Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Speak English with Mishu. I'm Emily, and I'm so happy you're here with us today.
And I'm Liam. How's your week been, Emily?
Honestly, it's been good. I made a little change. Every morning, I started walking for just 15 minutes. It sounds small, but it made me feel fresher, and I noticed my mood improved.
That's awesome. Sometimes even small steps can make a big difference in our health. And that's exactly what we're talking about today, health in English, how to talk about it and why it matters in daily life.
Yes, because health is not just about eating or exercising. It's about how we live, how we feel, and how we communicate. And learning to talk about health in English is super useful.
So let me ask you and our listeners a question. What's one small, healthy habit you could start today that might change your life in the long run? Think about that as we dive into this episode. So, today's topic is health. And let's be honest, health is something we all talk about, but sometimes we don't have the right words in English to express it.
Exactly. Think about it. When you go to the doctor or when a friend asks, "How are you feeling?" do you always know how to answer in English? Many learners get stuck right there.
And health isn't just about sickness. It's about energy, habits, stress, sleep, exercise, food, all the things that shape our daily life.
I remember when I first learned how to say, "I have a headache" in English. It was so simple, but it made me feel confident because I could finally express how I felt. That's the power of learning health vocabulary.
Yes, and today we'll cover not only useful health phrases, but also ways to stay motivated, stories to inspire you, and practical examples you can use right away.
And don't worry, we'll keep it light, friendly, and easy. You'll feel like you're just chatting with us while at the same time improving your English.
So, if you've ever felt nervous about talking to a doctor, or if you've wanted to explain your healthy habits to a friend in English, this episode will really help you.
Health is one of those universal topics. Everyone can relate to it. And by the end of today's podcast, you'll not only know more English phrases, but also feel inspired to take better care of yourself.
Exactly. So, grab your tea, relax, and let's go deeper into this journey together.
Let's be honest, Liam. Many English learners face the same problem. They know some basic health words like headache or sick, but when it comes to real conversations, they freeze.
True. Imagine you're traveling and suddenly you feel unwell. You go to a pharmacy and the pharmacist asks, "What's wrong?" If you can't explain clearly, it becomes stressful.
Yes, even simple situations like telling your friend, "I'm feeling tired because I didn't sleep well," can feel difficult if you don't have the words.
And sometimes it's not just about vocabulary, it's about confidence. Many learners feel shy to talk about personal things like health in English.
That's so true. I remember when I studied abroad, one of my classmates wanted to ask the teacher for a break because she had a stomach ache, but she didn't know the word stomach ache, so she just sat there quietly suffering.
Oh no, that must have been tough. And that's the problem. When we don't know how to express health issues, we end up feeling stuck, uncomfortable, and even unsafe.
And health isn't just about problems. Sometimes learners also struggle to share positive habits. Like, how do you say, "I go jogging every morning," or "I'm trying to eat more vegetables" in natural English?
Exactly. Not knowing how to talk about health stops people from building real connections, too. Imagine you meet a friend and they ask, "How do you stay healthy?" If you can answer confidently in English, it makes the conversation richer.
So the real life problem is two things: lack of words and lack of confidence. And both of these stop learners from expressing themselves in daily situations.
But don't worry, by the end of this episode, we'll fix that together. So, Emily, why do you think people struggle to talk about health in English?
I think one big reason is emotional. Health is personal. It's about how we feel, our body, our energy. Talking about it in another language feels scary. People are afraid of making mistakes.
Yes, fear plays a huge role. Learners think, what if I say it wrong? What if they don't understand me? That nervousness makes them stay quiet.
Another reason is habit. In school, most English learners focus on grammar and reading, but health phrases are not always taught. So when real life happens, like a headache, fever, or even a doctor's visit, they're unprepared.
That's so true. And logically, if you never practice health vocabulary, your brain doesn't store it as something important. It's like muscles. If you don't use them, they get weaker.
Also, culture plays a role. In some cultures, people don't talk openly about health. So when they try in English, it feels uncomfortable or even impolite.
Good point. And then there's the translation problem. Learners try to translate health words from their language, but sometimes it doesn't work. Like in English, we say cold for illness, but in some languages it means only temperature.
Right, and that creates confusion. The listener might misunderstand, and the speaker feels embarrassed. That emotional moment sticks, and next time they avoid talking about health at all.
So the causes are clear: fear, lack of practice, cultural habits, and confusion with translation.
Yes, and the good news is, once we understand the reasons, we can start working on solutions. Step by step, learners can feel more confident talking about health in English. Okay, let's move into solutions. The first solution is simple but powerful. Learn and practice the most common health phrases.
Exactly. You don't need hundreds of medical terms. Just knowing the basics can save you in so many situations.
For example, phrases like, I don't feel well, or I have a headache, or I feel dizzy. These are short but very useful.
Yes, and you can build confidence by practicing them in everyday life. Even if you're not sick, just practice saying, I feel tired today because I didn't sleep well. It becomes natural.
I did this myself. When I was learning, I made a little list of 5 health phrases and practiced them every night before bed. After 1 week, I could say them without thinking.
That's a great idea. A learner can make a health diary in English. Every day, write one short sentence about how you feel, like, I feel happy today because I ate healthy food.
I love that. It's not only good for language, but also for self-awareness. You're noticing your body and emotions and expressing them in English.
And here's a tip. Don't just memorize words. Practice saying them out loud, because when you really need them, it's usually in conversation, not writing.
Yes, speaking practice is the key. Even if you're alone, look in the mirror and say, I have a sore throat. It feels funny at first, but it really helps.
So solution 1 is focus on the basics, practice them daily, and speak them out loud until they feel natural.
All right, moving on to the second solution. Use role play to practice health conversations.
Oh yes, role play is so effective. It makes you imagine real-life situations, so when they actually happen, you're ready.
For example, imagine you're at the doctor. The doctor asks, "What's the problem?" You can practice answering, "I have a stomachache," or "I've been coughing for 2 days."
And you don't always need a partner. You can play both roles. Say one line as the doctor, then switch and answer as the patient.
Exactly. And if you do have a friend learning English, even better. You can make it fun. Pretend one person is the doctor and the other is the patient.
I remember when I practiced this with my friend, we laughed so much, but at the same time, the sentences stuck in my mind. When I actually needed them, they came out naturally.
That's the beauty of role play. It trains your brain for real-life use.
Another tip is to role play daily life too. For example, if your friend asks, "How are you?" Instead of just saying, "I'm fine," try saying something like, "I feel energetic today because I went jogging."
Yes, that way you build fluency and make your English sound more natural.
So the second solution is role play conversations about health, either alone or with a partner. It makes learning active, fun, and unforgettable. Now let's look at the third solution. Connect health English with your daily habits.
That's smart, because when you connect new words to your real life, your brain remembers them much faster.
For example, if you drink water, say to yourself in English, I'm drinking water to stay healthy. If you go for a walk, say, I'm walking to keep my body strong.
Yes, it's like turning your daily routine into mini English lessons. No textbook needed, just your real life.
I use this trick with food. Every time I ate something, I described it in English, like, this apple is fresh, or vegetables are good for my health. Over time, these sentences became automatic.
That's powerful. Learners often wait for a perfect study time, but real fluency comes from these small, everyday practices.
And it doesn't just help memory, it makes English feel natural, not like homework. You start to live in English.
I agree. And another idea, if you're exercising, say in English, I'm stretching my arms, or I'm breathing deeply. You learn both the activity and the health phrase.
Yes, so the third solution is take your daily health habits and describe them in simple English sentences. It's free, easy, and super effective.
And the best part, you're improving your health and your English at the same time. Win-win. All right, let's move to the fourth solution. Listen and repeat real conversations about health.
Yes, this one is super important because listening helps you hear how native speakers actually talk about health. Then, repeating makes it stick in your own speech.
For example, you could listen to short dialogues online. Something simple, like, Doctor, how are you feeling today? Patient, I've had a sore throat since yesterday.
And then pause and repeat it out loud. Don't just listen silently, train your mouth and voice.
I remember doing this with podcasts when I was learning another language. I would listen, pause, and repeat 3 times. After a while, the phrases felt natural, like they were mine.
That's such a good tip. And for health, it's extra helpful because these conversations are common at the doctor's office, at the gym, or even just chatting with a friend.
Exactly. And if learners repeat regularly, their pronunciation and confidence both improve.
And here's a little challenge for our listeners. The next time you hear someone say, I don't feel well in a movie or show, pause and say it yourself. Notice the tone, the rhythm, the natural way it's said.
I love that. It makes learning active, not passive.
So, solution 4 is practice listening and repeating health conversations. It's like having free speaking practice with real life examples. So, Liam, even if learners know these solutions, sometimes they still feel blocked. What do you think are the biggest obstacles?
Good question. I think the first obstacle is fear. Fear of making mistakes. Many learners worry that if they say, I have a fever incorrectly, people will laugh or not understand.
Yes, that fear can be so strong. But here's the truth. Most people don't laugh. They try to understand, and they usually appreciate the effort.
Exactly. And another obstacle is forgetting words in the moment. You study the phrase at home, but when you need it, poof, it disappears.
That's so common. I used to panic too. But I learned that if you can't remember the exact word, use a simple one. For example, instead of saying, I have a stomach ache, just say, my stomach hurts. Same meaning, less stress.
That's a brilliant tip. Use the words you know. Communication matters more than perfection.
Another obstacle is embarrassment. Some learners think, I sound funny or my accent is too strong. But guess what? Your accent is part of your identity. Don't hide it, embrace it.
Absolutely. And let's not forget the obstacle of laziness or lack of consistency. Practicing a little every day is easy, but people skip it and wait for big study time.
True.
But language learning works best in small, daily habits, just like health. 5 minutes a day can make a huge difference over time.
So the key to overcoming obstacles is don't be afraid, use simple words when stuck, accept your accent, and stay consistent.
Now, let's put everything into practice with a role play. I'll pretend to be the patient and you be the doctor, Liam.
Got it. I'll start. Hello, how are you feeling today?
Hi, I've been feeling tired and a little dizzy since this morning.
I see. Have you eaten breakfast today?
Yes, I had some toast, but I think I need more water.
Good idea. Make sure you drink plenty of fluids. Do you have any other symptoms, like headache or fever?
Just a mild headache. It comes and goes.
All right. Try to rest today and drink warm water. If the headache continues, please visit a doctor.
Thank you. I'll do that.
See, that was simple, natural, and very realistic. Practicing like this makes it much easier when it happens in real life.
Yes, and listeners, you can switch roles too. Pretend you're the doctor, then the patient. Practice these short dialogues every day.
And don't worry about mistakes. Focus on communication. The more you practice, the more confident you'll feel.
Exactly. This is where English starts to feel alive, through conversations and role play, not just textbooks.
Now, let's focus on some useful health vocabulary and phrases. These will help you express yourself clearly in everyday situations.
Our first word is symptom. A symptom is a sign that shows you might be sick. For example, a headache is a common symptom of stress.
Second, fatigue. It means extreme tiredness. For example, after working all day, I felt fatigue and needed rest.
Third, nausea. That's when you feel like you might vomit. For example, I felt nausea after eating too much.
Fourth, prescription. It's the medicine a doctor gives you. For example, the doctor gave me a prescription for my cough.
Fifth, wellness. It's a general word for being healthy and feeling good. For example, yoga is good for your wellness.
Sixth, recover. It means getting better after being sick. For example, I recovered quickly after the flu.
And finally, prevent. It means to stop something from happening. For example, washing your hands can prevent illness.
Listeners, try making your own sentences with these words. Speak them out loud, write them down, and connect them to your daily life.
Yes, using new words in real situations makes them stick in your memory.
And remember, don't just memorize. Practice speaking them in context. That's how you truly improve.
Wow, Liam, we covered so much today, from learning basic health phrases to role-playing to connecting English with daily habits.
Yes, and remember, listeners, health is important, and talking about it in English can make your life easier, safer, and more confident.
Don't let fear or lack of vocabulary stop you. Start small, practice daily, and embrace mistakes. They're part of learning.
And all those tips, role play, describing your daily habits, listening and repeating, are simple but powerful. Use them consistently, and you'll see progress fast.
Yes, even 5 minutes a day can change your English and your confidence. Imagine being able to explain how you feel, ask for help, or talk about healthy habits naturally.
So here's our challenge. Today, pick one health phrase you learned, use it in a conversation or role play, and notice how it feels.
And if you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend, comment below with your favorite health phrase, and don't forget to subscribe for more English tips and real-life conversations.
Remember, every small step you take, learning a phrase, speaking aloud, practicing daily, is a step toward fluent, confident English.
Keep going, stay healthy, and keep speaking English. You've got this.
Thanks for joining us today. Until next time, stay motivated, stay curious, and keep improving your English.